ThunderCats, the heroes. How's it, everybody? While we're waiting for the next batch of ThunderCats Ultimates to be released, well, I thought it's time to take a look back at some of these awesome releases by Super7 that have been met by great applause by the community, and of course I'm talking about the ReAction figures. I was never a fan of them, but it's ThunderCats, and when I got them I actually realized how awesome they were. So the ReAction figures came out in waves of 6 initially, and then there were 2 separate releases of 3 each, which were the toy color versions. But first up, we're going to talk about wave 1, and now wave 1 had to have, of course, the lore of the ThunderCats. So first up was Lionel, and well, you can't start the ReAction wave without the lore of the ThunderCats himself, and he has that wonderful artwork by Jason Edmondson. Next up, well, you can't have Lionel without Mumm-Ra, and yeah, Mumm-Ra, the big bad, the ever-living version, of course. You can't have Mumm-Ra without a mutant, and of course, this is Jackalman. And then, of course, like I said, you can't have Mumm-Ra without a mutant, but you can't have Lionel without a ThunderCat, and he had to have Panthro. So here we had Panthro, and then 2 nice surprises in this line is, of course, the inclusion of Cheetara, and beautiful artwork there again. And yes, Slithe. So this is nice. This is a little bulky figure. He's a little bit different, but he's quite cool. So the back of these figures had a nice artwork. This was very vintage inspired. It kind of looked like the old LJN promotions, and I really like the setup of this. We've got all 6 figures posed here, and so you know exactly what it is that you're getting, or what, if you've only bought 1 or 2, then this is like great cross advertising with the others. Right, so here we have the figures from wave 1. I've posed them here with their Ultimates counterparts, and as you can see, we've got Slithe here, we've got Panthro here, we've got Cheetara, Lionel, Mumm-Ra, and then Jackalman. Now they all came with accessories, and what I liked about it is that sometimes these accessories seem to be LJN inspired, and sometimes more cartoon inspired. So first up we have Slithe, and Slithe has his axe, and this is based on the cartoon. It's not based on the toy version. We'll get to the toy one when we review the LJN inspired version of Slithe, but this is basically the cartoon one. And then of course we have Panthro. Now Panthro has got his nunchucks on here, but his nunchucks, when they came out with the LJN one, they were a lot better because it didn't have rope. It actually had a little piece of chain. So that's probably one thing that I'm slightly disappointed with, that I would have liked with this one, but you can always get the chain version and just put it in here. Next up we've got Cheetara, and she's got her lovely yellow staff. Now I'm very pleased that this one has got the yellow staff, but it's the yellow that's based on the cartoon. It's not the yellow that's based on the toy, and we'll get to that when we review the LJN Cheetara, but this is quite a nice figure. And then of course we had to have Lionel. Now Lionel has his cartoon sword, he's got his cartoon shield, and then he's also got the smaller Sword of Omens, and this one has got the eye that's closed, as you can see. Over here it's got the eye that's open. Then we have Mumm-Ra. Now Mumm-Ra has got some interesting weapons. Now before we get to the weapons, he's got his cape on here, and it is red on the inside and black on the outside. It is some kind of strange plastic. I think that this might get brittle over time, so I wouldn't play with it too much. It is a pity that it won't last for decades, I suppose, but yeah, it's nice if you don't fiddle with it too much. I guess it'll work. Some kind of vinyl, so who knows. He's got weapons. Now his weapons are not cartoon based, they are toy based, and this is a rather strange inclusion for Mumm-Ra, I would say. He's got his dagger and he's got his Sword of Plunder over here, and these are, like I said, they're not show based, they are toy based, which is interesting. Lastly we have got Jackalman, and Jackalman has got his club over there, and that's the only weapon that he comes with, but I suppose that is what he is associated with mostly because of what he came with the toy. So I just wanted to do a little comparison size wise. As you can see, this is the Super 7 ReAction version, and then we've got the mini-mates over here, and then we've got the loyal subjects over there. So size-wise, they are basically the tallest. They're not the bulkiest. Obviously, these are scaled quite differently, and then those are quite tiny, like little Lego figures. Well, actually, just a little bit bigger. But anyway, this is just so that you can see the scale of these figures.
Super 7 ThunderCats, the ultimate hero.